All right, welcome back. All the birds are out flying this afternoon, which is good. I'm trying to keep them up for a bit. We may look at a shorter toss. Probably not over the weekend, but maybe Monday. I do have the day off, so may try and get them out for maybe a 10-kilometre toss. Just to keep them moving. We've got one, potentially two more races. And the yellow team, I'm not going to toss them. They're not ready for it. We're just going to hold them back and start tossing them with the young birds from this year. That's why those ones seem a little bit unfit, and they just can't keep up with the race birds anyway. The race birds are in pretty good form, and I want to try and maintain that. You will see a couple come in that are puffing. They are the yellow team that have not been raced or tossed, and they are trying to keep up with the race birds that have been out to pretty much 400 kilometres. So a few times been on the truck. So you just watch out there, mate. He's in here because sometimes he just sits on the roof and it's annoying. So still figuring out what we're doing with him. And still got this cockbird separate. We'll go over here. We are expecting eggs, I'd say, this weekend. I did have a little bit of a feel before of Storm. Let's just pop this up. And I'd say she's not too far off pumping out some little eggs for us, which is good. And it might just line up with the pair below. So we'll see how we go. I'm going to tinker with a bit of fostering this year. I know that I would like to do more than probably I need to, or probably can do at the moment. But I just like to talk and discuss ideas with you guys to keep you up in a bit of a loop of where my mind's at and how we're looking at things. There is a lot going on, obviously, with work and trying to figure out how many birds I do want for next year and things like that. So it does seem like things are kind of wish-washy, but there's definitely a plan there, just depending on how many birds we want and how we're going to approach that situation. Because life, kids, work is a bit difficult, and racing pigeons in itself is quite a time-consuming thing. So we'll just see how we do go with that. But we are going to try and get as many young birds out as we can. And we'll just play it by ear, not really setting a number, but we'll just see how we go. I want them all done before summer, before Christmas, so we've got ample time to get them ranging around the loft and loft flying and whatnot before it gets too hot, because it gets really hot here and the birds don't want to fly. And also the falcons give them a bit of a touch up too, so the birds generally don't like staying out too long. Trying to fix all the issues we had this year, but I think we'll be fine if we get the birds out early enough and get a lot more time on the wing for them. We will see how this pair goes. They I probably only foster one at the moment. I just wanted to get maybe a few rounds out, so maybe one here, one there. May get a pair down there, don't know yet, but we'll definitely get all these three going. Then we'll get all these young birds out and moved across, and then we may have some other boxes going over in the other loft, so we can move some pairs over there. But I definitely want to get a few more rounds out of this cockbird. One of those is his rounds. We'll get another one in under there. I'd say that hen is not too far off laying as well. She's pretty close. And then we may even do a round out of her. I would like to produce some like one yellow to replace her, because she is pretty old. She's about 10 years old. So it would be nice when we get time and some free boxes, get a couple of splits. They'll be splits, same as the barless, but we'll just see how we go with that. For now, she's going to foster this pair here, because both of them have produced some quite nice little young birds this year. Clockbirds a few times, so put them together and just see what they produce for us. But that's the cock. Looks pretty henny, but we'll see how he goes. And this is our little hen here. She's very close to laying. She drops eggs left, right and center, so I don't think we'll have too much issue with her getting down on another set of eggs very soon. She's quite a good little hen, this one, very friendly. And then these guys are just cruising. They're just sitting on some eggs, which are the pair below we just looked at, the red checker. Hopefully they will be fertile. I'll have to check them shortly. And then we may give this hen a few rounds of her own babies as well. So we're definitely getting there. I'm going to put some nest boxes most likely over in the loft that we are building, just so we can sort of separate the flying and breeding. At the moment it's all kind of in one. I'm just trying to simplify things. I don't articulate things as well as I probably could be. I'm not a huge talker, and yeah, we'll get there. I'll hopefully be clear enough so that everyone can follow along. But yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll continue on. These birds are going to have to come in soon. They're out flying, and I need to give them a feed, and we also need to have a look at the other loft. Yeah, they are moving pretty well out the back there. Keep them going anyway. I've got materials turning up tomorrow, getting them delivered for this, so we'll continue on. We pretty much, if the weather's all right, we've had a really good day today, but the weather is meant to get bad again. But if I do get some time, I will try and get this fully cladded. We'll get all these sides done around the roof, and then probably get the door on, so it'll be basically at lockup stage. Then all I need to do is get some walls for the inside here, sliding door sorted, and we're kind of all right to start fitting it out. I'm going to do some nest boxes, but I won't go too much into that at the moment. Just that this little loft is working well. It's either going to be used for breeding or just holding birds in general, so we've got a bit more space, and we're going to utilize this one as well. Kind of just want to split the breeders up. I want to get all the breeding out of this loft and bring it over into this one and this one, so that big loft here is just for flying and it's a little bit simpler. So hopefully that clears it up, because some people a little bit confused, and it's probably my fault, as I said, not as articulated as I'd like to be, but we're getting there. And this little loft is still kicking around. Still toying with the idea of putting a couple of little breeding pens up against here loft-wise, just to sort of free things up a bit. It's easier to be able to separate all the cocks and hens and whatnot, so we can mix and match the pairs. But we'll see how we go. I want to try and get a little bit of fostering done, but we'll see how we go. If I can source some more breeding pairs, then that might reduce that. Where are those birds? Here they come. Reduce the need to foster too many. So we'll see how we go. But hopefully these birds will want to come in soon. They've been going for quite a while. Don't forget, there is a second channel. The link is in the description. Mainly Pigeons, if you do want to down and check that one. I'm going to keep that a bit of a secret for now, and just have that ticking away on the side. But I am working away in my spare time and sorting that out, so that it will be up and running soon. There is a website there, but I'm still working on that one. I'm coding that one from scratch, so it's time consuming, but hopefully rewarding. I may even get a video up on that channel soon. Hopefully this weekend. We'll see how we go. But the birds are ripping around. Come on. Come on. Come on. Now he's gone. A couple more flying. Gone back up again. Come on. Come on. All right, good. Some really noisy airplanes up there, I tell you. Anyway, stay tuned. Tomorrow, hopefully, if the weather's permitting, we'll get in and get that loft started, a bit more work done to it. Hopefully have it closed up by the time I have to go back to work over the next few days, but just depends on the weather. Birds are looking good. Maybe even get a toss in. Don't know yet. We'll see how we go, but get ready, because things are about to get a little bit interesting.